You heard correctly. The secret is out. This is my 2015 Honda Fit. So this is the new daily driver. The Lexus has been retired as the daily driver and kind of just a fun, soon-to-be like show car kind of thing. But I needed something more fuel efficient, but I wasn't going to sacrifice on fun to drive. So this is what we have here. The new Grape, I guess you can call it. So for those of you who don't know what the Honda Fit is, it is basically the Miata of front-wheel drive cars. It's much bigger, but it's just as stiff, and it is just as fun to drive. So we're going to go ahead and walk around, and I'll show you the rest of it. Okay, so we're going to come along this way. We kind of got it in a rare color, not that it was a choice, but there's not many of the Fits, the GK5s, which is the chassis code, in the purple, which I'm not a Corvette owner, doesn't matter to me, as long as I didn't get the neon yellow. So this is kind of the redesign, the newest version of the Fit. So if you take a look at the wheels and tires, yes, we got it used. So the wheels do have road rash. They are not from me. However, they are still a 4-lug, just like the rest of the Fits, which means they open up to a lot of enthusiast wheels from Civics, Miatas, all that fun stuff. But it is a very small tire. I believe it's only a 185 width on a 16-inch wheel. So we're going to come back up here. And it's not perfect. We got it through Carvana, but there's a little bit of dings and dents and stuff. But I will tell you, it has been used heavily. Multiple trips to Jersey, New York, things like that. And even though it is unassuming, we have fit a truck's bed worth of things in the back. So coming back here, it's disc brakes in the front, drums in the rear, which it's okay. The car's light enough. You don't need full discs. However, they do have conversion kits for performance and things like that. But yeah, it's a 4-door with a hatchback. So we're going to go around back now, and I'll show you the kind of utility of the rear hatch and everything in the back there. Okay, so coming around to the rear hatch here, nothing too crazy. Everything's pretty standard. The only thing that's a little strange is they do tuck the muffler and the exhaust tip all the way back there. So this is the EX. So it came with a nice little arrow wing-ish thing, which I've honestly seen on most of them, but supposedly the EX and the XL are supposed to come with it. So coming back here is the rear trunk. Now already you can do a lot with just this area because this is about what an SUV or a crossover comes with nowadays. So you have your nice spacious area. It's about 2 feet in depth. You have your cutouts for the wheel wells and little cubbies here. You also have your emergency kits and all that. It comes with a donut, so it's not a full-size spare, but that's not a problem. The cool thing about this car, though, that honestly it beats out a lot of crossovers and SUVs, in my opinion, is you can drop the seats this way and fit an entire riding lawnmower in here, or a snowblower like I've done, and many other attachments. Or we're going to walk around the side real quick. The other cool part about the Fit is you can lift the seats up like this, don't mind the leaves, and load things in lengthwise you wouldn't normally be able to. Coming to the interior, honestly, I underestimated the interior of the Fit. I had heard that it was very, like, low budget, kind of, like, really kind of crappy in here. But honestly, the dash and everything is very nice. It has, like, a fake leatherish kind of feel to it. Because we got the EX, we do have the nice touchscreen audio system. The audio is very good in this car. We did go automatic because it had to be a family car. Multiple people had to drive it, and unfortunately, I'm the only one at the moment. I probably just punched the mic. I'm the only one at the moment who can drive manual. So we went with the automatic, but the CVTs and these are supposed to be able to take a beating, which is good. So coming to the dash over here, which is nice, we have a semi-digital display where we have the analog gauges with RPM and miles per hour. But also over here, you have your trip, mileage, all that kind of stuff, so you can track it and your fuel economy. This does have an econ mode down here, which is nice. And then you have your hood release, your gas, This does have a TPMS light, which is a little out of view, but that's okay. And you can turn trash control off in this, which has saved me many times in the winter. So yeah, the interior in this is very nice. It does come with a sunroof. Very spacious for being the size of a Fit compared to the Lexus. Honestly, it feels about the same legroom wise. Actually, I believe you have more legroom in the Fit than you do in the LS400, and the rear seats feel more comfortable than the Lexus's rear seats, in my opinion. I've done 4 hours in the back seats going to Jersey in this thing, and honestly, I didn't really have a problem. I will say it is true, the seats, when you are in them for a little over 2 hours, the front seats, they do give you a little bit of lower back pain, but you can switch the seats out or play around with the, pillows and lumbar and stuff like that. But honestly, if you're going for a Fit, you're not going for luxury. This car is worth every penny that we paid for it and more. So now we're going to go ahead and go under the engine and show what's under there. Okay, so now coming to the engine bay. Underneath the hood of the Fit, you have the 1.5 liter iVTEC Earth Dreams motor, dual overhead cam. It's got enough power to get this car around. The car can do well, speeds well above what it needs. And honestly, I haven't had a problem with these things. It's been great for me. The transmission feels fine. It's fun to drive. It's great performance-wise, in my opinion. But that's not what this car is going to be. It's not going to be a performance car. Work is going to get done to it, but it's not going to be like the rest of the cars. So we'll talk about that a little. The Fit from factory, front-wheel drive, makes about 130 at the crank wheel horsepower. So it's quick, it's zippy, and it handles phenomenally. Honestly, back roads, things like that. Not that I'm whipping it around and racing it, because everything's still stock on the car, and that's how it's pretty much going to stay. It's not going to be a performance car or anything like that. But it is very fun. It's lightweight. It's fun to drive. I honestly love this car. It reminds me of the MR2 a lot. Even though it's, front wheel drive, but it's that light, quick, responsive adaptiveness, things like that, that I really do like about this car. It is a very polarizing thing to switch from this to the Lexus, because the Lexus is very fast. Well, it can reach very fast speeds on like highways or straightaways, things like that. It is big, it is heavy, but it's luxurious, and I have a blast driving both of my cars. The MR2 is still getting worked on. I will have a separate update video about that, because there's a lot to talk about with the car and a lot to kind of show you. I did get into why the motor blew, and it is a doozy. So you guys will be seeing that shortly. Okay, so what does this mean? Basically, this means I got a new daily. I live an hour away from where I work, so driving the Lexus with gas every month was almost like $700 a month just in fuel costs. So how much that I'm paying for the Fit, insurance, and gas is less than what I was paying for gas with a payment and insurance plus gas than the Lexus. So yes, the Fit is going to be getting worked on. I have some experimental videos I'd like to run on the Fit. Some interesting ideas I have. Those will be coming out shortly after this video comes out, probably on a weekly schedule, so I can actually give you guys content, considering I've been starving you guys for a long time. I know everyone's probably just waiting for me to put something out. So that's kind of what the plan is for the Fit. There is going to be stuff done to it, but it's not going to be like, I'm not going to make it like, a street car, or, lower it or anything like that. I'm going to build the car for practicality, things that'll help me in the day-to-day life. So we do have dogs, so when the back seats are down, we are able to put an XL kennel in here and fit multiple dogs or one dog safely, and do it in a correct manner. So what does this basically boil down to? Like I said before, bullet points. Got a new car. It's new to me, I should say. Loving every second of it. It's my new daily. But there will be content on this car. I already have filmed 2 other videos about this car. I should preface by saying I got this car in October. When this is coming out, it'll be April. So I've had it for a while. I've been keeping it secret. There's been a lot of, crazy stuff happening in life. But so for now, that's what's going on. Expect weekly updates or uploads for right now. I'm testing out some new technology or tech, whatever. I got new microphones, stuff like that I'm going to be working on. So bear with me as I play around with it a little bit. I'm going to try to just mainly focus on uploading because I do miss it. I miss the cars. I'm working on the MR2 as much as I can. Money is always an object. So, yeah. With that, thank you guys for watching. Weekly content will be coming out for a little while until I run out. And then I'm going to be breaking down some new ideas and things like that I have. But anyways, thank you guys for watching so much. Go, do the usual, like, subscribe if you're not already. All that fun stuff over on Instagram, Sliding and Driving. Getting Into Cars podcast on Spotify if you're interested in that. I have about 4 episodes out. We are going to be doing more of that, or maybe in a slightly different way. So we'll play around there. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.